Shimla. What can I say? I've always been captivated by this enchanting hill station. Well, I say, why not? There's something about the serene chaos of Shimla that makes me feel truly alive. Let's go on a journey together, where British architecture adorns every charming lane. We will explore a hill station steeped in history and tales of a bygone era. Shimla. Let me take you to a place we have all heard about or perhaps visited, Christ Church in Shimla. It is more than just the second oldest church in the northern India. It is a remarkable masterpiece of New Gothic architecture. Designed by Colonel J.T. Boileau, its foundation stone was laid on September 9, 1844, and Bishop Reverend Thomas Daltrey officiated its dedication on January 10, 1857. And that's not all. This church has some intriguing story to tell, like the clock donated by Colonel Dumbleton in 1860 and the addition of its porch in 1873. One of its most captivating features is the 5 stained glass windows that draws people from different communities to come here and appreciate its beauty. Now we are moving to the next grand structure, the famous Viceroy Lodge. The Viceroy Lodge in Shimla was built in 1888 when Lord Dufferin was the Viceroy. This historical structure was where the Viceroy stayed during the summers when Shimla was the summer capital of India. It had a modern plumbing system for hot and cold water, collected rainwater under its lawns, and even had a hidden steam generator that provided electricity for lighting. Some say that the first light switch in Shimla might have been used by Lady Dufferin here. This lodge not only shows off impressive architecture but also highlights British technological achievements during the colonial period. What's fascinating is that apart from its elegant design, it was also quite advanced for its time. After India gained independence, this structure took on a new role as the residence of the President of India during the summer months. In 1965, the Viceroy Lodge handed over to the Ministry of Education, which established the Indian Institute of Advanced Study here. Let's now move to a place we all have must heard about it, the Mall Road. It is built by the British during the colonial rule in India. The Mall Road was constructed keeping in mind the traffic on this route. Its major attraction is Scandal Point, Gaiety Theatre, Kali Wadi Temple, and the Town Hall. This video is from 1931. Here you can see the people strolling on Mall Road. Let's now move to the Town Hall. The Town Hall building, designed by Scottish architect James Ransom and constructed in 1908, has long been the hub of municipal activities in Shimla. Today, it serves as the headquarters of Shimla Municipal Corporation. This historical structure seamlessly blends with the surrounding architecture, offering a nostalgic glimpse into the pre-independence era. Now, our next destination is Gaiety Theatre. The Gaiety Theatre, established on May 30, 1887, and it designed by English architect Henry Irwin. This gem is a prime example of the Gothic Revival architectural style, influenced by British Victorian designs. The Gaiety Theatre seamlessly combines Victorian and Gothic elements, ornate balconies, and elegant interiors, complete with a grand stage and splendid sittings. The theatre's inaugural performance was Time Will Tell, and it was a comedy farce. Many famous artists of today's time have also been performed here. The next grand structure is Brantony Castle. The Bantony Castle is one of the historic and monumental buildings of Shimla town and has very rich history. It was built over 140 years ago. It was the residence of Maharaja of Patiala, and later on British army officers lived in this house. At present, it is Shimla's main tourist attraction. So now we are moving to the house of Viceroy, the Peterhof. The Peterhof, a Tudor-style building in Shimla, Himachal Pradesh, was constructed during the British period. It is made entirely of wooden frames and shingled eaves. It housed at least 7 viceroys and governor-generals of India during the British Raj. Its first occupant was James Bruce, 8th Earl of Elgin, who moved into the building in 1863. The building served as the Punjab High Court after India gained freedom in August 1947. A major historical event took place here at Peterhof, and it was the sensational trial of Nathuram Godse, who assassinated Mahatma Gandhi, and it took place in 1948-49. Now, the next architectural building is Gorton Castle, which is also shown in the movie Three Idiots as Chanchar's Bhavan. Gorton Castle was built in 1904 by the famous British architect Sir Swinton Jacob in the Neo-Gothic style. It served as the government secretariat in Shimla during the summer by Lord Curzon. The castle is named after Mr. Gorton, an ICS officer. It stands on a hill and has 3 stories with 125 rooms. The castle's charming features include timber blocks, grey stones from Himachal Pradesh, and red iron roofs. The main entrance looks like a chalet, and there are beautiful frescoes on the large portico. It truly resembles a fairy tale castle. Now it's time to unravel the Indian Army Training Command. In 1864, the Indian Army headquarters moved to Shimla. By 1885, an impressive complex had taken a shape. This grand colonial architectural marvel, built in the 1860s, stands as a testament to the Indian Army's legacy. It originally owned by F. Dalton, the Shimla postmaster, who lost his life in 1857 in Delhi. This property was later acquired by the government. Its construction began in August 1881, and the main building was completed between September 1882 and March 1885. Today, the headquarters of Army Training Command complex is a prominent landmark in Shimla. Let's now explore Annadale, a vast and beautiful ground in the valley. Annadale got its name from Captain Charles Pratt Kennedy, who named it after a young lady he loved in his youth, Anna, combined with Dale for valley due to its beauty. Also, the first Durand Cup happened here in 1888, initiated by Mortimer Durand. And now it is managed by the Indian Army for the golf tournament and other activities, and it also houses the Army Heritage Museum. So the next building in the video is Himachal State Museum. Himachal State Museum is housed in an old Victorian mansion in Wareham, which was carefully altered to adapt it to the museum. Wareham was a small mud-roofed house in the early 1860s, and it belonged to the journal Innes. Later, the building was the residence of Lord William Beresford, who was the military secretary to the Lord William Bentinck, the then Viceroy of India. In 1973, the building was transferred to open the Himachal State Museum. Now, let's move on to the next architectural marvel in Shimla, the railway building. This building is a noteworthy landmark in Shimla because of its unusual structure and design. It has been made with steel and cast iron and was an important building during the British rule in India. This artistic building was built in 1869 and has a resonant history. It was constructed by the Richardson and Cruddas, famous firm from Bombay, at the cost of approximately 4 lakh. The next famous British architecture in my video is Kalka Shimla Railways. The Kalka Shimla Railways, constructed during the British rule in India, was a remarkable engineering feat with the primary goal of connecting the summer capital of British India to the Indian rail network. The construction of Kalka-Shimla railway tracks was begun by the Delhi-Ambala Kalka Railway Company in 1898 and it finally opened in 1903 and the estimated cost was around 87 lakhs. It is 96.6 km long and has 18 stations, 102 tunnels and more than 988 bridges. The longest tunnel on the line, the Badok Tunnel, lies between the Dakshai and Solan stations. The railway offers breathtaking views reaching an altitude of 1,590 meters. It was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2008. During the nearly 5-hour journey, which begins at Kalka, travelers witness majestic views of valleys and gulfs with pine, oak and deodar trees along the route. So, when you take a journey on the Kalka-Shimla railway, you are not just traveling, you are experiencing a piece of history and enjoying the stunning Himalayan landscapes. This marks the end of our journey in Shimla. My purpose was to showcase the timeless charm of these architectural gems. Thanks for joining me on this memorable tour, and I hope you have all enjoyed the glimpse into Shimla's colonial past.